One of my most anticipated games of 2018 received much additional information in the most recent Nintendo Direct. Mario Tennis Aces is reviving Mario sports games, and I thought that I couldn't get more excited for it, but no, I did after this Direct. We got so much new information about it. I'm going to go over it in this video, and also try to explain to you why this looks like it could definitely be the greatest Mario Tennis game ever. So let's get right into this. Mario Tennis Aces actually got the most time out of any game revealed in this Nintendo Direct. This meant that there were a lot of details to share, and Nintendo ended up starting with the types of shots that you could end up doing. I'm not going to go over every single detail because they did explain most of the things well, but I am going to try to go over some secrets and some extra maps that you might have missed while watching the trailer, and what in general I really liked about it or what stood out to me. One of these things is the racket breaking and energy gauge system. If you didn't really understand what they were talking about, I'm just going to break it down for you. So a new type of shot is introduced called a zone shot, and this requires energy from your energy gauge. Yes, that is something that I speculated in my original trailer analysis for Mario Tennis Aces. You can check out that video after this one because there are many details that I found in that original trailer. And if your opponent fails to block your zone shot, they'll lose one of their 3 bars of racket health, and if they lose all 3, they automatically lose the match. This is just adding way more layers to the Mario Tennis gameplay, a strategy element that I just love. Use your energy gauge wisely and use it at the right time so that you have a chance at breaking your opponent's racket. Don't think that you could block their zone shot. Maybe you should just let them get the point and not risk ending up losing the match. I love when Nintendo adds depth to their Mario sports games because it just allows for more refined gameplay and people to actually just enjoy the game more because they could get more into it. There's more depth there, and it's not just a bare bones experience like Ultra Smash was. This is what Ultra Smash should have been, what it was probably intended to be, but it was held off until the Switch so that this game would look like it's a much bigger improvement from what we've recently seen, and you know what, that strategy has worked. One element that I was initially disappointed about upon the reveal was the roster. However, information that they revealed later on in the segment got me not as upset about this. So on top of the 5 characters that were initially confirmed, Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, and Donkey Kong, we also got the reveals of 10 new characters. These characters are Peach, Daisy, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Yoshi, Rosalina, Toad, Toadette, Chain Chomp, and Boo. That's right, I said Chain Chomp. The most adorable and weird thing that I've ever seen in the history of the Mario series has to be the Chain Chomp carrying a tennis racket in its mouth. I did not even consider including a Chain Chomp in my character predictions video for this game, because it's just that absurd. But at the same time, that character is probably the one that I'm looking forward to playing as the most in this game, just because of how unique it could be to use him. For the rest of the characters, they were all relatively expected. I talked about all of them in my character predictions video, and yeah, it seems kind of disappointing initially that they would give all these spots to people like Toadette and all this kind of stuff, but they did reveal something a little bit later that sort of gives us hope that there's going to be more than 15 characters in this game. They talked about the online functionality, and there's actually going to be a tournament feature, which seems really interesting. Nintendo is saying that they're going to be doing events for Mario Tennis Aces, which will be kind of cool. Maybe some sort of Splatfest type thing where they host a big tournament at one time, and then the winner of a specific tournament would advance to another tournament, and so on. This could actually create a competitive community around a Mario Tennis game, which is insane. Also, you'll actually be allowed to play online with your friends this time, which is pretty cool. If they do the tournament system in a similar vein to Mario Kart with tournament codes so that you could invite people and whatnot, I'll be very satisfied with it. They never mentioned that though. But they did reveal something very interesting about what you could win when you play online. You could get additional outfits for your characters, which is pretty interesting. Most of the characters that they did reveal in this didn't have customized outfits, like say Waluigi had, for example. They're just kind of there in their regular attire, but maybe you could get them an extra little costume if you win an online match or something. Maybe there's some sort of currency that develops as you play through the online matches, and then you could cash it in for specific rewards. But the other thing that you could get from online is additional characters, and in this silhouette, it looks a lot like a Koopa Troopa. An interesting choice for them to include in the game, but not one that's very far-fetched. How many characters could we get included in this game? I don't know. I said in my character predictions video that I would expect around 22, and then bosses would be extras, so maybe 7 unlockable characters online. Will bosses be ending up as playable characters? Because as we get into the next segment in the trailer, they actually talk about the story mode for the game. In the story section, we actually got the reveal of 2 new courts. One of them is called Basque Ruins, where it looks like you'll actually have a boss fight with dry bones. Maybe he'll be a mini boss, or he's just a character added into the story, but it does seem really interesting that you'll be challenged by characters that don't seem to be included in the main roster. Maybe you'll be able to unlock them in the online system, but it does seem pretty cool, and I do like this map too. It features the ant troopers from 3D World, which I think is pretty interesting, and then we actually get another map as well, which looks like it's taking place in a city or something like that. I don't know if this is going to be a city from Mario's past or not, but it does seem very interesting that we are actually getting new maps, something that we haven't gotten from Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. We got one, and that's it. Any just seems like bonus at this point. The June 22nd release date, I think, was actually leaked prior to the Direct, but it is a little bit later than I would have liked, but I guess more development time doesn't hurt. At least it improves the quality a little bit. But with all this being said, it really leads me to believe that Mario Tennis Aces could be the best Mario Tennis game that we'll ever get. It's appeasing so many sets of fans at the same time. The fans that like to use motion controls, the fans that like to play a simpler Mario Tennis style, there's a mode for you as well, and the fans who want more added depth to the gameplay, like myself, with the new zoning feature and special shots being included. Special shots, by the way, can break rackets in one hit, which seems extremely interesting, but apparently they could also backfire, which is like a balancing mechanic for that. There's still much more to be revealed about Mario Tennis Aces and much more to speculate about, so make sure to click that round subscribe icon on the screen right now so that you do not miss the new videos that I put out about Mario Tennis Aces. There's going to be a lot more on the way. Just make sure that you don't miss them. Check out some of the previous ones that I made, and I'll see you next time.